And they sort of want to keep it going. But when I say I'm a Catholic, and I'm going to own that identity with pride, and then if I dare ask that I'm a lesbian and a feminist Catholic, imagine that, I either get silence, or people quickly change the subject, or my favorite is when they proceed to tell me, but didn't you hear what the Pope just did? How can you be a Catholic? This is especially difficult for me when the person tells me that they used to be Catholic and are recovering or lapsed or whatever new versions of that we hear. I usually think, I haven't said it yet, but I will soon, unless you have become agnostic or an atheist, or have broken up with God altogether, then it's my turn to ask you, why aren't you Catholic? For me, Catholic is not something I do sometimes. For me, Catholic is who I am. By the rite, R-I-T-E, of baptism, by cultural tradition, being a Latino, how else, right? By family influence, but also by a conscious choice that I make every day. No one is going to take that identity from me. Nobody gets to define it for me. Whether you're in authority or not, you're not going to keep me out. And for those who make rules and want me and you to live by dogma, I say, you're late. I already am Catholic in my heart and in my soul. Many of the choices I make in my life and the values that guide it, the passion I feel for what is right, and the holy stubbornness I bring to the table come precisely from my Catholicism. It is because I am Catholic, and not in spite of it, that I am who I am and I do what I do. The passion I feel for the work of justice comes out of my Catholic tradition. I feel the same way about dignity. I feel very amused, and yes, sometimes a little irritated by those who argue that we're not Catholic enough. Why would not we be considered Catholic? Is it because we affirm the people of God? Is it because we affirm the importance of personal conscience? Is it because we believe that both men and women should be able to receive the 7 sacraments? Is it because we believe that regardless of whether you are LGBT or straight, you should be able to receive the 7 sacraments? Is it because some of our communities celebrate Eucharistic liturgies without an ordained presider? Because we affirm the priesthood of all believers? Because we use inclusive language? Are those the reasons that people pick to say that we're not Catholic enough? Really? We have already, as Dignity, challenged the hierarchical church when we claim our LGBT status, affirm our active sexuality, and form communities of faith that claim our worthiness, wholeness, and holiness as LGBTQ individuals. By the definition of the hierarchy, we're already outside the boundaries of the church. Besides, if the teaching of the church as proclaimed by the few is meant to keep people out, make people feel disorder, make the people of God feel fearful and unworthy, then it is our Catholic duty to reject them. And that is when we say, I do not know where you got all that stuff from, because that is not the teaching of the Church of Jesus Christ. Maybe you are the one who is not Catholic enough. not ha-ha funny, but funny. There are Catholic prophets out there, people of high theological training, a lot of knowledge, and they're doing very, very important justice work. But when you invite them to come and speak at a Dignity Convention, they politely decline. Sometimes they're honest enough to say that it's too dangerous, or that I do not want to rock the boat. I want to respect that. I want to respect their decision. They have a right to it. Only they know how far they can go. But I ask myself, frankly, what is so wrong about rocking the boat? Dignity has been rocking the boat for more than 40 years, and we have not sunk yet. Saw the fiery waters. He said to the apostles, he saw the boat really rocking. And he said to his apostles, do not be afraid. I am with you. I don't think he said, oh, stop rocking the boat. We might drown. He calmed the fear, asked for trust, and gave them what they needed. I think he's saying the same thing to all of Dignity USA. There are many folks around us who say, maybe we're going too far. Maybe we behave ourselves and are quiet. They will accept us. We hear this from the outside sometimes, but it's even sadder to me when we hear it from each other. That internalized shame and unworthiness can be so powerful. We have to break that chain and stop being our own oppressors. Wow.